Hi dear friends. So today we are going to talk about displacement. When I talk about the displacement, it is the shortest distance. It is the shortest distance between what? Between initial point and final point. So for an example, if you start from point A and you are reaching the point B through a different path, let's just say this path. If I have to find out the displacement, I'll draw a straight line between the point A to B. A is my initial point where my motion started and B is my final point where my motion ended. So displacement becomes the shortest distance between the initial point and final point. I'll measure displacement in meters, which is being represented by small m. Another unit that I could use, that is your kilometers, where kilo refers to 10 to the power 3. And we know that your 1 kilometer is 10 to the power 3 meters. After understanding about the basic idea of the displacement, here direction matters. When I say the direction matters, means that whether I am moving from A to B or from B to A. So here, the one thing we keep in mind that anything moving in the right direction, we associate a positive sign to it. Anything which has been moving in the left direction, that is, we assign a sign of negative to it. So if I move from A to B, my direction, my displacement is taken as positive. If I move from B to A, my displacement would be taken as negative. Now your displacement is always less than distance. Displacement can be equals to distance, and displacement can be equal to 0. Let's just discuss when it happens. Suppose you moved from point A to point B. Let's just say it is 5 meter and you return back 2 meter. So what is this displacement here? That has been your 3 meters. So 3 meters is less than 7 meters, which is the total distance traveled. When I moving in the straight line from point A to B, so let's just say I traveled 5 meter. Okay, so in that case, my displacement is 5 meter. My displacement is also 5 meter. Both distance and displacement both are 5 meter. When I talk about the displacement is 0, I started from the point A, I returned to the same point. So in that case, my displacement would be equals to 0. Can my displacement be negative? Yes, my displacement can be negative. For an example, I moved from point A to B. I traveled 5 meter. I come back to the point A. So traveled more 5 meter and then I moved in the backward direction. So let's just say it is 3 meters. So in this case, my displacement is minus 3 meter. So I have a displacement less than distance. Displacement equals to distance. Displacement can be equal to 0, as well as displacement can be equals to negative. That's all for today. Stay tuned for the next concept.